Hello guys, welcome back. So let's start working on saving data to the Firebase file store. We will save the user information to the cloud file store, like such as email, password, phone, location, everything we will save to the Firebase. And after that, we will authenticate the user also as well. So for that, we have to create one function. Come here after this password do not match at the end here before this override. And here let's create a function future type future, and let's give the name save info to firebase, or you can say firestore, and it will be type of async synchronize function. And here inside these round brackets we have to pass two parameters. One is user, and user is coming from this firebase auth package, this one. So user, and let's give name is current user, because we will give a unique ID for every new user. And import this. If you see this error, just import this. As you see above here, firebase auth, this one. Now after this, come here again, so we have to take firebase firestore dot instant dot collection, and collection name is this, which we are giving here, restaurants images, or restaurants, uh, or you can give here name this, just change this restaurants info, just make changes like this, and same we have to pass here. So this is your collection dot doc dot set, and remove this data from here, sorry, and put two curly brackets at the end, semicolon, and like this. And here inside this document we have to see current user dot uid. So obviously we will get the unique ID for every user, and we will authenticate this user ID. And what is this user ID? We will get it from, let me show you. So here if you see in your firebase, this is our authentication here, the authentication, and this is the user ID. Here we will get when new user will be registered. So here we will get a unique ID from the firebase. So this ID should be matched to the same user, I mean different ID and different user here. Like for example, you will see here add user. For example, this is just only for show, anything you send. This is email address, and let's say password 123456. Create a add a new user, and you will see this is the automatic generated ID. So we are saying here this one UID is a unique ID, and every user will get the unique different ID like this. And this is the email address. So yeah, we are saying here these things, and here inside this we are setting the data. Here we are set the data, so like this. So here let's say first user name, or just first let's give here resto restaurants UID. Make sure, guys, the same name you must be learned, because we will use this in future videos and it will be complicated for you if you change this name, or you are giving, that is no problem, you can change your own name, but I recommended you just use the same spelling which I am doing here, because somewhere if you use the same spelling and somewhere you use another spelling, so you will get error, you will not saving data, you will not be saving data to the firebase. So I recommend you just same spelling use, because the same name we will use in future videos for admin, I mean when we will authenticate user and we will work on any other admin panel, so we'll use these spellings. So make sure like this, so it will be current user dot uid comma, and after this again let's make this spelling small, otherwise you will confuse. Let's say resto uid. Resto uid means restaurant uid, okay guys. And here also let's make this resto email, restaurant email, and it will be current user dot email, put comma, and now resto name controller dot text dot trim, comma. Now the phone number, so phone, inside phone we will save the phone controller dot text dot trim, comma, then we will use resto image URL, and inside this we are saving resto image restaurant image URL. We are saving this because inside this variable we have we are getting the user profile image and we are displaying in this variable. And after this, and here let's say resto address, I mean restaurant address, and it will be full address, the name is full address, full let me share here, come above where we are getting this here. So let's remove this from string here and let's make this variable here, come above, and let's say here string full address equals to null, assign here it's null, okay guys. And now this full address we are using here, this one, and inside this variable we are getting all this address, and here now you have to pass this here full address, and after full address we have to set we have to make status also. I mean status means it's approved or not, so obviously we will uh, approve or disapprove the from the admin panel, so that there should be no misuse of the application, so everything will be correct way and in a legal way yani. So we will save it as a approved for right now. So if the state is for approved by default, so obviously we will approved and disapproved by the admin. So just for now I'm just directly approving from here, and later on we will change this. We will make a condition here. So for now, just only for example, by default we are giving approved, and this approved things we will work from the admin panel in upcoming videos, so that admin can only approved or not approved from the admin panel after checking all the information from user. So that, so yeah, this is the data which we are getting from user. And now after this, let's make a earning also, like restaurant earning. So by default we are passing it, let's 0.0. We will later on work on this when we will work on earning and saving the data from the seller, restaurant owner. And after this we have to get latitude also, so the location I mean, so it will be position dot latitude, and lng longitude, it will be position dot longitude, and put exclamation sign because it's a null safety. Longitude also. Now as you can see, so this is the data which we are getting from the restaurant owner, I mean user, who is going to register with the application. As you can see here, we are getting here a unique id, and we are creating a unique id for every restaurant's owner, and the email also. Then we are getting username from this controller, and phone we are getting from this controller. Then restaurant image url we are getting from here. As you know guys, we are saving the image. And then make a resto, this is my resto address. The now resto address, it is full address. And then status by default is approved, and later on we will work with admin this. It will not be approved here until, well, for now just to show you we are provided by default here, but we will change this later on by the admin. And earning by default also same, we are doing the, now this is the address. Now after this, and here after this, let's save the, and here we will save it locally also. So sometime we locally save data, this is comment, okay guys. And every time we, sometime we will not use the firebase file store for to get the data. Every time we have to need internet access to get the data, so we will store in phone also, locally stored. We will work on it also. So now first of all, this is the current user. Let's authenticate the user with unique id, and let's create a unique id with firebase for every user, every restaurant owner. And we will authenticate if the user registered, so we will allow user login and registered, login I mean. So let's do it. Let's create a separate here function, and it's a type void. Let's say authenticate and registered user. This is the function. So let's write here first user. This is from firebase auth, current user, this is the name. And now after this, here let's say firebase, first write final firebase auth equals to firebase. So this is an instance guys, firebase auth dot instance, and it's showing final error because we put here comma, put semicolon here. Okay guys, now after this await, put here first async and right here await. After this, now let's use this firebase auth. So here firebase auth dot create user with email and password, this one. Let's break this code. So email will be email controller dot text dot trim, and the password also password controller dot text dot trim. Now here remove this and write here dot then, and remove this, put so curly brackets and put semicolon at the end, and here instead of value let's write auth, and here we have to do something. So when this code will execute, so what will happen, let me show you. Here we are creating the user with unique ID, and every user will have the unique ID, and we will authenticate by the same ID. I mean we will get after registered here. So come here, and here we have to say, let's say current user. Let's assign this to auth dot user. So we are doing this, we are assigning this current user which is just now registered with the unique ID. So now after this we will give a condition here, if current user is not equals to null, I mean if the current user is authenticated, so what we have to do, so here we have to this function all this data here if the user is created successfully. So let's say save info to firestore and current user dot uid, sorry not this, current user dot then, and remove this and put two curly brackets at the end semicolon, and here, and you will see this error, click on it, add a null safety exclamation like this, and here, and then after that we have to uh, disappear the navigator, I mean the loading alert. So navigator dot pop context, so it will be close this, and then we have to set a route after this saving information to the firebase, where we have to after authenticate user, after you authenticate user and saving data to the firebase, so where we have to send user, so we have to send user to the home screen. So here send to home, so we don't have the home screen, so let's create first home screen quickly. So right click on this lib new directory, and let's say all screens, and you have see here this is all screen folder, right click on it, new, and dot file, let's say home underscore screen, and let's import material.dart, and here is stateful visit, and give the name home screen. Now we have to pass this here. Now here we have to pass this source right here, root new root equals to material page root, and remove this builder, put context, And after this, here we have to say home screen and put to semicolon and click on it, import this, add a const modifier, and here after this navigator dot push replacement new route. Now after this, let's just pass this function where we are saying save info to the firebase. Here above you will see here, this is the, so let's pass it authenticate user and registered and put semicolon. So now what will happen actually, let's you see here. So here this is the function validation. We are validating the user. If a user not filling the correct information, he leaves some fields empty and he don't or she don't choose the profile image, we will not allow to register. And if the password and the confirm password are not matching, we are not allowing to the registered users. If it is equals to confirm password, so we are going to registered user by the email, and the password. And here also we are saying one condition, if confirm password, email controller, and the name and all these things, phone is not empty, I mean he fills or she fills correctly, we are saving the we are displaying the dialog box, please wait, we are authenticated, and then after that we are saving all this data with the profile image. Then after that, if profile image successfully uploaded, then we are authenticating user. Inside this function we are doing all these things. Here we are creating user with a unique id and password. Then here, if the user is not equals to null, I mean the user already registered, so we are sending user to the new screen, this is home screen. And also we are saving all this data to the firebase file store with the location and the status, and status we will change this later on. So yeah, so in the next video we will work on locally saved data, and we will test the application also it's working or not. So thank you guys for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.